connected to the cornstalk connected to the ears connected to the corn cob. It's easy to learn the cornstalk. Hi, I'm Meredith Wallach, and today I will be introducing you to Brett Hillstead, the hard-working farm boy from the small town of Clare City, South Dakota. Brett's life is like a cornstalk. They both started out small, and they sprouted up to be tall and strong. In a way, Brett's family is like a cornfield. They all have the same basic needs, but they vary in a way. Some are sweet, while others are dent or flint. But they all have one thing in common. They're still corn. This is like a family. No matter what, you're always related. Brett's family consists of his dad, mom, and older brother. His dad is a farmer, and his mom just retired from being a teacher's aide, and she is now planning on becoming a substitute teacher. Brett's brother, Eric, just got married this past summer. Sometimes, as a caretaker, there are certain mishaps that you cannot prevent. As a farmer, you can spray your crops with pesticides, and as a human, you can douse yourself in DEET. Brett's life is like a corn cob. It hasn't always been peaches and cream. His freshman year in high school, he contracted the West Nile virus. As if the worry and the symptoms weren't enough, this prevented him from continuing his sports career. In junior high, he participated in track. He loved the 100 because he could always see the finish line from the starting point. To still stay involved, he became a student manager. Brett is now stronger than ever due to his perseverance and determination, and he is continuing on in his daily activities and chores. Brett's love for hunting and farming is like a corn's need for sunlight and water. He now owns about 80 acres of land, and he puts in the long, hard hours of labor. He has 2 yellow labs, and he loves to go hunting with them. Well, there you have it. I present to you Brett Hillstead, the hard-working farm boy. I explained to you how corn life isn't as different from human life, how a cornfield is like togetherness and family, and how diseases and viruses are prone to happen in life. With perseverance and determination, you can overcome these obstacles. I know my speech got a little bit corny, but I hope you all enjoyed learning about Brett as much as I did.
Thank you.
Do you want this, or can I just keep it?
You can keep that. It's going to make great dorm wall material. All right. Mr. Corny, whenever you are ready.
Ariel has an unusual hobby. It makes her kind of stand out in the crowd, and I mean that literally. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Has anyone heard of a town of Gwinner, North Dakota? If you have, it's probably because it's the home base of Millworld Bobcat Manufacturing. I think I can kind of put a good spin on her life as kind of like manufacturing the skid steer loader. I'm Brett Hillstead, and I'm here to introduce you to Ariel Wallach, who is highly competitive and a bit of an animal lover. As I mentioned, her life I like to relate to as manufacturing a Bobcat skid steer loader. Like the tires are the support to hold it together and go wherever she needs. I like to relate to that maybe as her family and her pets that she has. And she's a bit of a competitor in all the sports she did in high school. The competition for building a skid steer loader is a demand that requires these skid steer loaders to be built. And the blueprints to design the loader is her future plans and goals. The support of her family begins with a good and strong treaded tire that goes where she needs to go and keeps her together. Her family was typical: a mom, dad, pets. Her dad was a farmer and her mom is a bookkeeper at a truck mechanic shop. She has 2 siblings, Alex and Taylor, and they now all 3 live here in Fargo. And as I mentioned, she has pets. She once upon a time used to have fish, but tragically she revealed to me that they all died. Even in one instance, she had to leave the fish in a bucket just for momentarily, and when she came back to check on it, it was laying dead on the carpet. So now that we got the support stabilized and now the competition is ready to be built on, Ariel loves to compete. The demand drives for competition against other top companies in building skid steer loaders. She participated in volleyball, basketball, softball, and she ran track, including 4 state track appearances. And now in her senior year, she finished 4th in the 800-meter dash. As I mentioned before, Ariel had an unusual hobby that made her stand out in the crowd. It's not a hobby that you normally hear every day, but she revealed to me that it was hula hooping. And because of that, she ended up going in the Miss Winter pageant and hula hooping from head to toe. And she finished 1st in it, and then she went on to the Miss Sargent pageant, which she got 2nd. Like I said, she loves to compete. Now every plan has to have a blueprint in order to build a skid steer, and her blueprint is her career, her plans. Through college, she hopes to obtain A's and B's, and one day she hopes to help cure obesity, especially in children, which really ain't much of a surprise because her major is exercise science. I introduced you to Ariel Wallach, who enjoys competition and is always up for the challenge. Her family and pets are the support, and the demand for competition is in assembly is like hula hooping. The blueprints hopefully what her plans will look like. And she had a knack with hula hooping, which kind of makes us wonder if there's any more hidden talent in her, because she didn't discover it right away. Only when she was probably about in high school or so is when she discovered her talent for hooping, which might make us wonder if there's any more hiding within her.